Hey, I'm here with my pal RJ. Oh, right as soon as I hit record, I get out of focus. What the hell? Hey, everyone. We're here with the hot topic, and our great friend Saggy did a stream on this yesterday. Should you call them ist? Remember that stream?
Yeah, I do. Well,
And I do have to say, I have consistently not called them that because I can't prove it. I don't think they are, but there is something I do think they are absolutely, and that's what we're covered in this video. And you should call this out. If they are what I'm suggesting, you should call this out in any fan community. Go ahead, RJ.
No, I was just gonna say, the situation that unfolded on Twitter the last couple of days is kind of just like it was just so pathetic, because it's like you have an amazing trailer for what looks to be a great sequel to a really awesome movie come out, and of course the narrative has to be negative in some way, so we get all these horrible takes about Miles Morales is not Spider-Man, even though it's like that's been like what the last decade's worth of comics and cartoons and TV and movies have shown us. Like that's the whole message of the movie. It's like, how do you miss that? And it feels purposeful in a way, or just like, okay, we have to be as negative on this as possible. Like it's just such a boomerish take from like out of touch white guys.
That's why I called them the Friday Night Whites. Remember? Listen, I love Saggy, and me and Saggy are on good terms now. I do want to say out of that stream, something that was a slight frustration for me was she was like, there's worse people out there. But they're bad people. Like, and we're not saying you definitely should expose people that, are predatory towards, other people or not minorities, underage people or as well. Or definitely. But I was getting frustrated with that point that there's worse people out there. I think the reason that it's so important to expose them for what they are, and I'm going to call them what they are, they're absolute bigots, confirmed, is because people don't realize. People are like, oh, he just seems like a nice guy. What are they actually doing? It's extremely bigoted and hateful. And yes, we know what the word bigot means, based on... Look, this is what he does. This is what they do. They get a reaction saying the most hateful, ignorant, prejudiced things, so close-minded, never open to any ideas or progress. Progressive has become a dirty word as people because they keep thinking of politics. But why should progress be such a negative thing? The industry has made great strides. There's still room to go. And whenever we can, as a society, we should try to include more people. And not exclude anyone either, but try to include more. And that is something to celebrate. And then this is the response you get for the celebration of a new character that people really enjoy. But you won't get that from these bigoted fools. You won't get that people actually like Miles Morales. Miles Morales is become a big...
I was gonna say, I've heard even people like Young Ripa say Miles Morales is a token character. I'm like, well, he's so far beyond a token character,
Young Ripa is a moron. Just saying that a character is swapped and saying it's token is completely unfair because you're prejudging it, saying it's saying the word token is like it's a throwaway character only for that is saying that the character has no substance. So only a moron would say just because a character was race swapped or gender swapped, it's a token.
Which is not what Miles Morales was.
A token, when you use the word token in the context that it should be in, is it's a character that's only there to be there and doesn't have any substance at all. So that argument is complete bullshit from another bigoted moron is Young Ripa.
Well, it's so bizarre too because people from all walks of life, no matter if you're liberal, conservative, whatever political party you're affiliated with, people like Miles Morales. He's not some token character that's like a brand new that people hate.
Young Ripa is using it in the most simplistic Neanderthal form of saying, "Oh, it's just replaced. So that must means it's a token."
Well,
no, it's a token when it's only a change to be a change, and there's no substance to the character at all. There's no growth. There's nothing to the character at all except the being.
Well, this is the same guy who said that Jon Stewart is also a token character.
Yeah,
And he's one of the most famous
Young
black characters in the
Ripa
comic.
is. I will do that as a separate one. His Young Ripa's token argument is for morons and also ignorant people. Yes, but here, just for effect, let's get this dude. What is this dude? What did you say before I recorded?
Yeah, he looks like a member of like the Wiggles cast, or like he looked like he's like the guy is going to replace the new guy when they do another season of Blue's Clues or something.
Mm-hmm. So let's stop calling them ist and start calling them what we can confirm. We could call them prejudiced, ignorant, and bigots. And I think Friday Night Bigots definitely. Let's hear what this dude has to say.
Stopped by. Here is today's word. Today's word is bigot.
Yes.
The word bigot is a noun which means a person who is hateful or intolerant of the opinions of those outside their own group.
Okay, there you go. Part 1 immediately. Exactly what the Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's hateful, a pretty accurate description.
Hateful and intolerant towards anyone with a different idea.
Although some will push back on that and say they're very accepting of other opinions, though. You know, that's what going to be all the pushbacks.
No, they're hateful. I just saw a video clip of where someone else, not one of the people we usually collaborate with, they did a video on Nerdrotic. I call him Nimrod. Where he was complaining about Superman is gay, and then they got to the point where they say, "Oh," and they're talking about climate change starting fires or something, and he's like, "I want to shoot those people that wrote that, or not shoot, not shoot. I want to hit those people. I want to hit those people."
What?
Yes, that wrote that climate change caused fire. Listen, if you don't recognize science, I can't help you. I'm not getting into all these political arguments, but you can't pull anything from the real world is absolutely ridiculous, and also what bigots expect. It only has to meet my expectations. You can't take real world things happening and put that in a comic book. You're a complete moron, bigot. I'm sorry. You know, he's from California, all the forest fires there, and there are a lot of concerns that climate change is contributing to that.
Well, look at like the forest
I don't know how you could be so close-minded not to see that and get so enraged or outraged when you see someone say climate change that instantly triggers you. It's a trigger word for bigots. You know, you don't understand.
These are the same people who probably get their news from Facebook.
Let's be fair. We're not saying that the media doesn't use it or political people on the other side use it for politics as well.
No,
maybe they're being hyperbolic about how bad it is, but to say it doesn't exist, that's I mean
that's the problem, right? So much of the nuance has been removed from the equation because of these people.
Yes, people do use it for politics. I will absolutely admit that. All right, let's get the rest of the word of the day.
A person who believes that their own opinion is the only one that matters and all the rest are inferior, can be described as a bigot.
Yes. Now, when they say only normal people don't care about this, those weirdos, that is treating the other opinion as inferior. Right?
No, it is. And it's also, again, it's just a form of, actually, you could argue perhaps that's a form of gaslighting by that side because they're acting like you're crazy if you care about certain things and certain issues in the world. It's like normal people don't really worry about this stuff. Normal people don't care, you know?
So this is where I wanted to call them what they are. In a response to Saggy's stream, which was a great stream. I enjoy her content a lot. Of course, that title got me like, ooh, that's a great title, Saggy. I was like, yeah, I want to talk about that, or I want to listen to that. But I can confirm this is what they are. This is what they should be called, and you should call out bigots. And you know what? There are worse people on the internet. I will totally agree with her there. But the reason that it's so important to call out these people is some people don't even realize what's happening and what they're doing and turning everything into this false narratives to hate on things and not open towards progress, new ideas, or mocking diversity. Are they racist towards minorities? No. but they don't really care either when someone speaks out and says, I want to be more represented. They don't believe them first. They don't believe them. And then they treat them like shit for speaking out. So I always say you really care about other opinions when you treat that person like a person when they're on an opposing view. You don't treat them like shit just because they have a different opinion. Treat them.
No, absolutely.
And just because, also, I hear a lot. Well, they have Friday Night Tights, or the Friday Night Whites have a lot of YouTubers on that represent minorities and stuff. Yes, and I say that they can be ignorant as well, not understanding that they don't represent every person's experience. Every person's experience is different.
Regardless of race, color, ethnicity, or sexual identity, everyone can be stupid.
Yeah,
No,
and everyone's life experience is different. Say, well, I don't think it's much of a problem where I live. That is completely ignorant, and you're speaking for other people. And when someone speaks out and says this is happening to me, you're victim shaming. You're shaming victims that say, now, is everyone on the internet telling the truth? Unfortunately, no. No. That's the lit world we live in. But these bigots have jumped the shark and attack anyone that speaks out saying they want more representation, diversity, and they're mocked for it. They're so close-minded and prejudiced. It's disgusting.
This hatred can refer to thoughts on race, religion,
politics is there. Yeah.
Politics and sexuality. The word is often used to describe anyone with hateful opinions.
Yes.
His words are hateful. He is nothing more than a bigot. The person may also be described as intolerant or close-minded.
Absolutely.
As an adjective, we describe the person as bigoted. His hateful words made him come across as bigoted. He spoke.
Okay, we get the idea, guy. We get the idea.
Yeah.
But did I need to show that video? No.
Well, I think it's important for people to understand what we're talking about and understanding what the actual word means. Yeah.
Right, and I'm not throwing out accusations without facts. My favorite clip of yours, actually, is when he recognized you on a live stream. And that was so fire.
Jeremy? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that video got a lot of attention. Actually, the little clip I took out. Because listen, all I told him was that it would be better if he actually talked to Dane from Forced Adversity head on. But he said I make the rules, so I don't know.
Oh, actually, let's watch that real quick.
Yeah, sure.
It's a moment, and this also shows what a bigot he is. He is not open to other ideas. He hold on a second. Oh, and you're getting ready for a new stream too. Hold on.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow. So should be or whenever this video goes up. Might be the day of. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be doing a stream pretty soon.
So this is what happens. Also, I saw Saggy on her stream, which was great. She says we should talk to people more. You're not going to get that a lot from these bigots. You're not. I am open to talking to them. Ryan Kennel has ignored me. They all ignore me now because you can't. If bigots that are happy in their ignorance and make money off it don't want to be better or get facts. They want to be in their echo chamber.
I think they're also at a point where they don't want to be challenged anymore either.
Right, and this is what happened when RJ said you should speak with someone. Just remember this.
And it's like I see a guy, resident justice says, Jeremy, you're coming across as cherry picking his argument. Maybe have an open conversation with him would be more productive ultimately. You made the fucking rules, motherfuckers. Okay? You guys cherry pick all day long. And you don't
Now, that's not true. We actually use the whole context that it's painful sometimes. That is actually fake news, Jeremy. We don't just cherry pick out of context. This is another thing that bigots like to say. They used me out of context. Unfortunately, we have all the context of your words. It creates a lot of great content, exposing how horrible of people you are, how close-minded, prejudiced, and disgusting of individuals you are that profit from the worst people, the worst kind of viewers on YouTube that can't function in a society. This is the only place. This is why it's so prevalent online. Listen, I know what would make me more money and more views. I will not stand by horrible behavior on the internet with all these actual incels. There is an actual incel pandemic, and they want to blame everyone else. We do not. I don't think you've cherry picked. Have I cherry picked, RJ, or do I watch a lot of the context?
No, because the entire what I've always done is I've always shown their videos in context.
Yes,
I watch the entire thing and I break it down because I don't. Here's the thing: they have this is something people have to realize too. Maybe if you are new to my channel, I don't attack them as people. I don't look at them in a negative light and say, "Oh, this person's bad. Let's just make fun of them." I'm like, this person said something that I disagree with. Let's watch what they say, full context, and let me kind of debunk some of the things they're putting out there as they're trying to put things as
and then he
fact,
was gaslighting the internet towards you, acting like you're crazy and cherry picking when it's not true, which he did to you here. He tried to make his audience seem like, oh, this crazy dude only cherry picks things from me. No, it's completely false of what he did to you here.
Like it when I do it back to you. I play by your rules. If you don't like these fucking rules, then don't make them. If you can't handle these rules, then don't make them, because I'm going to hold you accountable to your bullshit.
He's just a confident bigot. A lot of YouTubers, they get their audience from seeming confident even when they're full of shit. Unfortunately.
Shit. And I've seen you and your shitty channel cherry picking my words all day long. I've seen other people do it all day long.
We have all.
He called my channel shitty, which I thought was really funny.
That was great.
That you have created, then don't come fucking crying to me, because I will hit back twice as hard, and I have no sympathy whatsoever for anyone that cries when I hold them accountable by the same bullshit.
Oh, he sounds like an SJW, accountability, holding people accountable.
They brought to my front door. Just remember that. Back to me.
You have shit on your front door? What the hell? Okay, that's enough. Oh man, this is like old times, RJ. I love this. Thank you for joining me, RJ, for this. Can we confirm? Is this confirmed now based on that video? Yes, I think so.
Well, I mean, again, look at that tweet right in the thumbnail. Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. And I said,
how dare anyone say that Miles can't be Spider-Man? How dare you?
Well, here's the thing.
Who the fuck are you, douchebag?
Here's the thing too, man. I put this on Twitter, and this is how I'll end the video. It's my final statement, my mic drop. If you're a grown man or woman or any person in 2021 saying that Miles Morales is not Spider-Man, you gotta take a deep look in the mirror and realize what you're saying and like what you actually believe in, because that's despicable in my opinion at this point.
They don't care. It just gets them more views because people are intolerant and people don't want to be progressive towards anything just because they think of the political angle. There's room for everyone to, there's room for a lot of characters to be Spider-Man. Miles Morales existing doesn't take away from Spider-Man at all. It doesn't. It just adds to everything, makes everything better, and makes some people really happy. And you're saying that's bullshit, making other people happy. Everything has to fit into your zone, and that's it. Wow. Thank you for joining me, RJ. Go sub to Resident Justice. I will put his video in the description below. Hopefully we could do more of these one-on-one things, because some of the panels get kind of weird sometimes, but this is kind of refreshing.
This was good. This was good. I thank you for bringing me on, Max. I appreciate it.
No, I wanted to cover a hard topic, and I wanted to get my official stance on this. I've never called them ist. I do call them prejudiced, and definitely I'm going to use this more often. Bigots confirmed, and that's that. Am I jealous too? A lot of people say you're just jealous of them. No, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by these white bros that are so closed-minded. But I want you to open your minds and realize there's someone for everyone. There's a lot of characters out there, and Miles Morales being great success is a really great thing for a lot of fans out there, and we're happy about it, right, RJ? Are you there?
Sorry, I was muted. I pulled a Max.
Okay.
No, but what I was gonna say was honestly, they need to be called out in some regards, especially when
Yeah.
when it's such a horrible tweet like
Especially
that.
some
'Cause
people
it's
don't
just
realize.
so blatantly wrong, and it's just
Yeah.
such blatant. Like, because other people could say, well, it's obvious they're trying to get a rise out of people. But the problem is that some people actually believe that stuff. And that's where it gets really depressing and just really just dumb. It's such a dumb thing to say. That's just like, sometimes you have to speak up, because if no one else, like, if you don't speak up, then that becomes the mainstream consensus
Only
for that
a
character.
bigoted and hateful person would take away from seeing the new trailer and come out with that. How could you look at that trailer like, and that's your first thing in your mind? Gary is so indoctrinated in this bullshit. And there's such great things to be a fan of right now, including Miles Morales. And I'm happy for all you Miles Morales fans out there. You're getting him in the video games. You get him with Enter the Spider-Verse, and then soon you're going to get him in live action. And that's a great thing. And I support that 100%. Bye, everyone.